we go. Oh, mama. He just did it. Holy crap. Yep, there it is. I got both. How about that? Now that was pretty cool to get that on film. So we got a double. There we go. Welcome back to Tight Lining, Maryland. I am out in PA, southern PA. You know, getting to the gunpowder takes about 30-35 minutes for me, and getting to some of these great southern PA streams only take about 50 minutes. So since I feel that my likelihood of a larger fish lies in Pennsylvania, I typically travel up here a lot for my fishing. So I know it's Tight Lining, Maryland, but today we are in Pennsylvania. I'm going to be using my 10-foot Syndicate 3-weight, and it's paired with a Lamson liquid reel 4-5 weight. I use that consistently because it's so versatile with the mono rig. What we're going to do is we're going to chuck primarily double nymph rigs, and we will have a pink beaded hare's ear on top, and then a kind of like a tungsten surveyor at the bottom. And I've tied both, and I'm just excited to see how they pair up together and what these fish you know, tend to like, because that pink bead kind of gives a different flash than the gold bead with the green body. So we've got two different presentations for these fish. And then on top of that, what I'll also use, which I have on right now, is a Creelex fly that was tied by Scott Lowe. And Scott's somebody that follows the channel and also has one of his own, if I'm not mistaken. And basically he's a fisherman that knows what he's doing, knows how to tie flies, and was nice enough to send me a Scott, thank you so much for giving me the privilege to use some of these, and hopefully today we can get some fish on film using maybe your Creelex. So anyway, it's time to get started. Let's get fishing, and hopefully we put some fish in the net. I think it could be a good day, but the conditions are a little off. It's about 84 to 85 degrees. It's been dry lately, and we're fishing in the middle of the day. So I would have preferred to fish earlier, late in the day, as well as with some rain, but I checked the water temps and it's sitting in the mid 60s, so we haven't quite hit that 70 threshold that makes me fearful to fish. So anyway, let's get started, and thanks for tuning back in. Yeah.
That's the only one. There's a couple down in there. I saw a couple zip out.
Yeah, there's definitely usually a good number of them in there. I was able to pull one out right there.
I got two when I came around the bend.
Oh, that's good. Yep, I saw that one. I saw him. That was a nice fish. Probably 12.
My reactions again.
He was 12, 13 inches. He swiped.
I love it.
Yeah, that was a good one.
You know, downstream, when I pull it upstream, I pull it real slow.
Yeah.
On the bottom.
Yeah, I mean the current does most of the work for you anyway.
All right. I'm walking like a blade trail up.
All right, man. Have a good one. Looks like a wild brown. Find out as we get him closer to me. Yep. There we go. Right over there by that tree. So he didn't fall prey to the spinner, but did fall prey to what looks to be the pink beaded hare's ear. So pretty little wild fish. Okay, let's get this guy back. Really gorgeous colors on this guy. Love that tail, love the adipose fin. Here's a nice little spot. We got just enough of a little bit of character and off-color water to probably harbor a wild brown. Sure enough, there he is. Another one to the pink beaded hare's ear. Tiny little guy, but it's all right. Just trying to put fish to hand. There he goes. Again, a couple more nice places for fish to hide out, and right now they wouldn't really have the advantage of seeing me, so this is a good place to fish right now, given the conditions of high sun, warm, middle of the day. Not ideal. So there we go. There we go. See, told you, just a little bit of shade is going to cool that water down, and that's going to be a logical place for a wild brownie to kind of harbor up for the day and escape some of the light. I mean, the big guys are taking all the deep holes, and we'll try to dredge them up later, but for now, you know, you kind of got to hunt for these smaller little spots that but for right now, you got to kind of just dredge up some of these smaller spots where it's got just enough shade, riffle to run ratio, and, you know, protection for them to kind of hide from birds and the sun. So all just good things. All right, great spot coming up ahead. Should have maybe 2 holes, at least one. That should hold a fish, probably some brown trout, maybe even a nice one, we'll see. There we go. And right out of the gate, pink beaded hare's ear saves the day. I definitely love pink. Another little brown. Oh, just as I was starting to raise up the pink bearded hare's ear, that's when he took. So nice pretty fish. Back he goes. Here's a snake friend. Got a double. I don't know if it was 2 brownies or a chub and a brownie, but I got the brownie. He took the pink nymph. I just really like that pink bead in here. There we go. We're gonna end up with a double because there's another fish chasing the little guy. And when he was chasing, he was trying to hit the other nymph. Yep, there you go. He just did it. Holy crap. Yep, there it is. I got both. How about that? Now that was pretty cool to get that on film. There was a better fish that didn't like the distress of the smaller one, and as a result came over and nudged the second nymph. I saw it, and I figured if I just tried to let the smaller one do the work, I might end up getting both. But having a heck of a time trying to net them. That's pretty cool. I've definitely never done that where I got a double as a result of just playing a fish. And then on top of that, not only got the double, but one's a wild and one's a stocked. So let's try to get one off right here. Let's get the wild one off. He's the smaller of the two and took that pink beaded hare's ear. Okay, so he's off. Let's get him back. Pretty little guy. All right. And here is our stocky that took the other net. There he goes. Gonna come out easy. So, not the prettiest, but definitely a nice fish. Let's get him back next. All right. Oh. Well, that is definitely something for the books. Very cool. There we go. Oh! Oh, I had a double again, and the other one was huge. Oh, damn it. I think that was that same fish that I missed earlier. I don't know if you got to see that. When I lifted it off the bottom, you could see the shade of the other fish. Oh, just a big, what looks like white flash. Darn it. Well, we might have to stay here a little bit and fish out this hole till we pick that up. But that's the second time I stuck that guy, if so. Oh, that was a nice fish. There we go. There we go. That is a lot nicer fish than I originally thought. Oh, but he's got me hung up on a tree. So that's never fun. There we go. Now the tree doesn't matter as much and the hook came out. Let's get this guy out of the net and back in though. We don't want to have him out too long. But very, very lucky to have gotten him to take. Gorgeous fish. Gorgeous fish. Look at the red on that guy. To another good spot for riffles, and we're gonna drift some nymphs through it. Still using that double nymph rig. Had to tweak it a little bit because it's been getting frayed, nicked, beaten up, etc. So we just keep trying to modify it, and hopefully the depth is right and the flies of choice are still good. But it's a pink beaded hare's ear, and well, there goes the wild brown. There he goes into the back of the pool. And then it's like a I guess like a tungsten no, not a surveyor. I don't know what to call this. I tied it, but I don't remember the recipe or the name of it, but it's basically like a olive hare's ear with a little bit of peacock dubbing, ice dub up at the top. So peacock ice dub, and that just gives a little bit of flash. But that fish took the ice dub, that peacock color, and most fish have been interested in the pink beaded hare's ear today. So that was nice to pick up something different. Just getting a nice light drift through the current, waiting for the line to tick, straighten, or do something. But the watercolor is great. I did not expect it to be this emerald green today and this high. I thought it was going to be low and clear. So given the circumstances, the water color and depth has been great. There we go. Oh, there's a big fish in there. Oh, he's trying to eat the little one. He almost ate the little one. Holy crap. Holy crap. There are two really nice fish in this hole. They were literally trying to eat this fish. Two brown trout were trying to eat this 6-7 inch wild brownie. I mean, two wild browns were trying to eat this. So the other one earlier today that I got, they were just trying to get a hold of the other nymph. These two were trying to eat this fish. So good luck to you, my friend. You are living in a carnivorous world where they are definitely going to try to eat you. So let's try to get another drift in, see if we can't get one of those fish. We might even need to throw on a streamer just to see if we can coax one of them. There we go. Got one of them. Oh, that's a nice fish. I think he was the smaller of the two that I saw chasing the other fish. So I still think there's a nicer one in there. Gotta get my net. Not huge, 12-13 inches, but a very, very nice fish. Again, small stream, so you gotta keep it in perspective. It's all relative. All right, so we got our net ready. And I just lift his head, bring him right to us, and try to, there we go, take care of him. All right, let's get this guy back. And there he goes, nice and slow back into the hole. So we picked up another brown. I'm just waiting to see if he stirs up the other big one. All right, well, couldn't get it hooked, but it definitely had it moving, so lots of brownies in this hole. All right, smaller guy, very cool spots, and another one to hand and in the net. Very, very good day today. I would have never thought today was going to be this productive. I would have been happy to get one or two fish, and yet here I've been nymphing up consistently brown trout after brown trout in some of these nicer riffles. So we got a double. I don't know of what. It looks like two browns. Definitely looks like two browns. So let's try to, yep, two browns. Let's get our net. All right. All right, come on over, guys. There we go. Double after double. Let's get this guy back. Not only are you ready, but I think you're unhooked. Yep. So there you go. There's one. And here is fish number two. Back he goes. Alrighty, two brownies to the net. Double your trouble, double your fun. I thought would actually hold not as many fish where I would get a double, but more so it would hold a more sizable fish. So you've got good current that comes in, and then with that current you've got this you know, kind of overhang of brush that just comes in and really protects the stream bank for these fish to basically be able to tuck up under cover, come out only when they're ready to eat, and basically be protected from prey at all times. That is a absolutely perfect spot for a big brown trout to hide, and we got a good drift in there a couple times and then finally netted two fish. But we'll see if there's anything else in there, but odds are with netting, you know, those two, that'll probably be it out of this hole. So let's just try to get this drift as close to the shore as we can and then drift it down right along the side. There we go. I'm surprised to have gotten a chub that close to that hole. I wouldn't have thought one would survive long in that hole with probably a big brown trout lurking. There we go. That's a nice one. Oh yeah, very nice. Oh. Alright, he did not like the look of my net, that's for sure, which is weird because it's all it is it's just a brown trout net. I don't understand why they don't like it. I bought it specifically for you guys with you in mind. Not my biggest, but definitely a really sizable one. You know, he's probably a solid 14-15 inches, but it's time to return him. We've kept him in the water the whole time, so let's get him back so we can catch him another day. So he was right up along that edge, just like I thought he might be. I mean, this is definitely a hole where, you know, I've always suspected good trout would be in here and here, and luckily this time around was able to coax one out. You know, again, a nice 14-15 inch fish, quality fish for this stream. So we're gonna keep after it and fish a couple more holes and then wrap this thing up. We've had a great day. Oh, picked up a little guy. I think I foul hooked a brown. Yep, I foul hooked him right in the top of the fin. Sorry, buddy. I would never do that to you intentionally. Come on. There you go. Luckily, this is going to be somewhat painless. Barbless hooks. There we go. It's a little bit nicer brown. Another one that fell prey to the pink beaded hare's ear. There he goes. So this little spot has been nice to me. It's been good. Small area. It's just you can tell it's a feeder stream. Probably has a little bit colder water in it, would be my guess. Usually feeders typically do. But basically I've been casting up into the main current of the feeder and drifting it down into where it connects with this stream, and just trying to see if we can nymph up a fish or two. And sure enough, that's given us 2 so far. Alrighty, we're gonna move up to one of the final 2 spots we've probably caught. Geez, 20 fish, 25, something like that. I mean, a heck of a day for a day where I wasn't even supposed to be on the water. Just kind of worked out, and the conditions weren't good, but sometimes you don't get to make your schedule, you don't get to pick your conditions, and you just fish. That's all you can do. Let's stay up on the bank. Try to stay out of the water. I would imagine that there's probably a fish that lurks in there, but again, we don't really have the right gear to do that right now. I'd have to switch, which I can, but for now we'll stick with the nymphs. We'll drift the top side of it and you know, let it slide back down in. There we go. He took almost instantly when that thing hit the water. Let's get him up into the top part of the pool and get him off. Then we'll try to fish a little bit more in there. But I mean, as soon as that nymph was coming down in, he hit that like a freight train. So that's a good sign. There he goes. All right, let's put this one a little closer to that ledge. That's where I think the real current is taking food, so therefore that's probably where our biggest fish is. Boom, right off the wall, just bounced it in. There we go. So, not quite the fish I thought it would be, but shoot, who's complaining? Not me. Nice. Well, that might be the end of this rig. That's stuck good. Yep. It's alright. I was really considering switching it up anyway. So let's throw on a streamer and see what happens. And we're just gonna jig this little Creelex through, see if we move any fish. Definitely nymphing has been much more successful, and I think some of that has to do with the conditions for sure. But you know, doesn't mean you can't move one, doesn't mean you can't stick one. Okay, so let's head up to the last big deep hole and wrap this session up. Just had a nice one knock this one down, but missed the hook set. Oh, there we go. Oh, mama. Oh. Woof, he put a bend in that rod. I don't know how big this fish is, but holy smokes, it feels good. I gotta get him on the reel. So right now I got line out. There we go. I haven't seen him yet. The weight of him though, holy smokes, he feels good. So next is, I gotta get my net right. Get that thing ready to roll. Alrighty, so the net's ready. Still haven't gotten a good look at this fish. He just, whew, tell you what, strength wise, man, this thing's a brute. Maybe he's foul hooked and that's why. Yep, he's foul hooked. It's just a nice fish, but he's foul hooked. Oh, that stinks. I mean, he rolled on this thing and that's why he got hooked. So he was interested, but whew, man, I really thought this was gonna be a behemoth of a fish. There we go. It's still a nice fish. So let's get him back in. Alrighty, that's gonna wrap it up here. We had an absolutely banner day. It was incredible from start to finish. We hooked a ton of fish. We had 2 doubles. We had multiple wild brown trout that were 15 inches plus. It was just an absolutely epic day. So thank you as always for the support. I appreciate everybody that's tuning in. You know, very privileged to have connected with as many people as I have and been able to fish with people as well as just communicate and talk about fishing. YouTube has been great. Sure, there's some negatives and some things that pop up here and there, but the positive far outweighs my experience on YouTube, and I'm just really appreciative of everybody that watches the channel and comments, likes, subscribes. It's all great. So thank you as always, and tight lines. Good luck the next time you hit the stream.